We did it, man. We beat the Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. We did it, man. We did the impossible and beat the... I didn't think it was impossible for me, but for a lot of people, they think it was impossible for us to beat the Chiefs, even with Kelsey and Chris Jones out. But we did it. Now, I'm going to try to talk to this like very calm, because I'm trying to think of like, not calm, but like very like soft and how I actually feel about the game, and explain it, because this game means a lot to me. We pick up the W. This is the first time ever, I believe, since I started watching football, that we have played the Chiefs NKC, and we picked up the W. And this is probably the biggest one that the Lions have played since I have started watching football, which was in like 2016 or 2015 is when I started watching. So about 7-8 years ago is when I started watching. This is probably the biggest one that I've ever seen from us, because we have not made the playoffs, I believe, since 2016. That was when we lost to the Seahawks, where we only got like 6 points. That was like the first season or second season I was watching football. I can't remember if it was the first or not. It was the second, if I was, though, watching. But that was heartbreaking for me. I went to bed crying that night, because it was tough, because I'm new to the game. I was really young, and even if we made the playoffs and got knocked out like that again, I'd probably cry. I mean, like, it's just how the league goes. But what I tried to say is this is the biggest win that I've ever seen from the Detroit Lions. And man, was I pumped. I know it sounded like in the short that, oh yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl and whatnot. I can already tell we're making the Super Bowl after this one game. It's just because I was loving the moment, guys. I was loving the moment. That is why that short was like that. Not because I'm saying we're going to go to the Super Bowl. I just think our Super Bowl odds have increased because we just beat last year's Super Bowl champions. I understand. And I don't want to hear. In the short, I'm not going to explain who and stuff because there's multiple people. But a lot of people are saying, oh, you guys are going to go downhill. You guys didn't play against Travis Kelce or Chris Jones. Guys, you are still the Super Bowl champions. Even without Chris Jones and Travis Kelce, you're still the Super Bowl champions. You still have Pat Mahomes. You still have Isaiah Pacheco. You still got George Karlaftis. You still got Trent McDuffie. You got Butker. You got all of them guys, man. So, I'm not hating the Chiefs fans. I've never hated the Chiefs. All I'm saying from that short, from my reaction saying we're already going to the Super Bowl, is not me saying, oh yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying our odds have increased because we just beat last year's Super Bowl champions. So let's go ahead and get into the actual video part. I'm wearing the Hutch jersey, by the way, today because Hutchinson played a really good game yesterday, even though he didn't have a sack. He played really well. So we're going to go over the studs, the duds, every quarter, like how they played, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on the game and what I expect for next week, sort of. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we'll start off with the duds. I only have 3 duds, and I'm not saying that these players, oh yeah, they're gonna suck for the rest of the season. That's not what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to say that they did not either live up to their expectation or they did not play a good game. And I think every one of these guys just didn't live up to their expectations. I don't think they played a bad game. They just didn't live up to their expectations. So I have 3 duds. Marvin Jones, he's a dud because he only had like 1 reception for like 8 yards or something like that. It was in the first quarter, I believe, where Goff was about to taken down for safety, but he was able to get rid of it and get it to Marvin Jones. He also had a fumble that could have lost us the game, which it didn't, thank God. He's still my boy, so I still have faith in him again. It's just I don't think he necessarily played a bad game. I just don't think he lived up to expectations. And now we got Benito Jones. This could just be me. I just thought Benito Jones, I didn't have high expectations for him this game because I thought Broderick Martin was going to play a lot. Same with Aleem McNeil. I don't know if it's just me, but I thought I didn't see Aleem McNeil out there that much. It was probably just me, but I thought I only saw Aleem McNeil out there for 50% of the snaps, and Martin was sat this game. So I don't know. I thought he looked slow, but he's 340 or 50 pounds or something like that. So, I mean, that's kind of expected, but there's a lot of opportunities. I thought he could have brought the quarterback down, Pat Mahomes down, if he would have just hustled a little bit better. But he's huge. So, like, plus he's a nose tackle. He's a Snacks Harrison type of guy. He's literally a Snacks Harrison, except maybe just not as, like, impactful, but he's still impactful, man. So, again, no hate to this player. I'm just saying that maybe could have done something a little bit better. And then the last one is Charles Harris. This one, I don't think he played a bad game at all. I just think he did not live up to expectations because I expected Charles Harris to have not necessarily a sack, but like a lot of quarterback queries because Romeo Cora sat out this game, which I was shocked by once I saw that. So I expected him and Hutch to just dominate on the edge. Harris did get a few pressures on Pat Mahomes, but he didn't he felt slow. Now I understand he's coming back from an injury, I believe, from last year. He might have played at the end of last year, I can't remember, but he's coming back from that injury. It's his first game back. So I'm not bringing this down, and I'm not saying, yeah, you need to bench him and put Romeo Cora in there. I still think Charles Harris is really good. So I'm just saying he didn't live up to his expectation. But it's week one. We'll see what goes from there. Now let's get to my favorite part of this video. Let's get into the studs. I'm going to try to make this video under 15 minutes, by the way. We're already at 8, so I got to hurry up. So, Aiden Hutchinson. You can already tell by me wearing this jersey that he is one of my studs. I understand he didn't have a sack, but Pat Mahomes is probably the best or second or top 3 best quarterbacks at getting out of the pocket in the league. Like, he was avoiding everybody. Hutch was getting pressures. Kaminsky got a few pressures. I think Pascal had a few. Harris had a few. Like, but I felt like until the late third quarter, early fourth, or fourth quarter in general, where Hutch kind of slowed down. But the first, second, early third quarter, Hutch was dominating, I thought, whatever tackle he was on. He was getting past him every time. I'm pretty sure Hutch brought down Pat Mahomes at least 3 times this game. Like, brought him down to the ground. Mahomes got rid of it. So I thought Hutch was a stud, even though he didn't have a sack or anything. Another stud is Josh Pascal. I understand, he didn't do anything incredible, but, man, this play that he did where I think it was on 4th down or it was on 3rd down, I think it was 3rd and inches or 3rd and 1 or something like that, Pascal shot in there and stopped, I think it was maybe Kadarius Toney, slammed him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3 yards. That play is so underrated by Pascal. Pascal just flied in there. It's not like he was working his way through the offensive line. He flew in there, and he's a big guy. So, that's why I have Pascal as a stud, but he was also getting pressures on Pat Mahomes, which was really good. Another stud is Jahmyr Gibbs. I do not know why we didn't play him as much as we did, because Gibbs, when he played, oh my God, man, he is fast. He's great. He can get by so many people with his speed and his juke moves and all of that. It's ridiculous. I mean, I thought maybe he didn't make the best cuts this game, at least through one or two of the carries we had. one or two of the carries he had because it looked like he went the wrong direction and maybe could have got a positive game if he went the other direction. Instead he went backwards because he chose that direction. But it's his first game. He's a rookie. You expect him to make mistakes like that, especially in his first career game against the best team in the league probably. So I have Gibbs as a stud, man. And plus, on that 1st and 15 run he had for the first down, I think that could have helped us win the game a big time right there. So Gibbs is a stud, and I can already tell, even though my draft reaction wasn't great from him, he is going to turn in. He is going to be worth his 12th overall pick. Holmes and Campbell have changed how we draft, and even if we make some controversial picks, they're going to always be good. Because they just do that, man. They change the culture of Detroit. Another stud we have is Jared Goff for me. Jared Goff, he struggled his first drive, but I kind of expected that. I thought Jared Goff was going to struggle this game, I'm not going to lie, because I understand we're not going against the best defense, especially with Chris Jones being out. But Jared Goff has never been great, at least as a Lion, through his first game. He's played 2 of the games, first of the season, and I'd say the Eagle game he looked solid, but he also threw a pick or 2 in there. One of them was a pick 6, and the season before I threw like 0 touchdowns or 2 picks or something like that. So, but I thought he played really well besides the first drive. First drive he looked really shaky, but after that first drive, second drive, until after the game, he was balling out, man. He only had 1 touchdown, but no picks. He had like 250 yards passing, like 65% completion percentage. He was a stud for me, and he helped us win this game because how much I love Bridgewater. Bridgewater wouldn't have done this if he was our quarterback for some reason. Another stud, people are not all people are calling this guy a stud, but he's a stud to me just because he's my favorite player on the team. I don't know if I've ever said that, but Amon-Ra St. Brown is my favorite Lions player on the team. I just love the man. I mean, like, he's so good, dude. Only some people think he's a top 10 quarterback, like, not top 10 receiver. A lot of people are saying he's a top 15, top 20. He's still getting underrated. He had like 6 receptions, 70 yards, and a touchdown this game. He was not necessarily the most yards. I thought maybe he was going to get 1 or 2 more receptions. But he's still, like, if we did not have Amon-Ra, we guarantee we wouldn't have won this game. Because besides Josh Reynolds, who I'll get into in a minute, nothing from the receiving core at all. Sam Laporta was another stud. He got overlooked as well. He had 5 receptions in his rookie debut. And I even believe Brock Wright was starting over him this game. And Laporta still got more receptions than him and yards. Laporta had 5 receptions for 40 yards in his debut as a backup tight end. And he looked good, man. So that's why he's a stud for me. Another stud is C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Don't think a lot of people are going to argue this. He balled out. He should have had a pick, maybe even 2 picks that I think one of them he just stopped going after the ball, and then the other one, it was at the end of the game with 3 minutes remaining. Pat Mahomes lobbed it up. It was on 3rd down, I believe, and it went right through Gardner-Johnson's hands. Which didn't end up costing us the game or anything. But he was a stud. He made some great tackles. I think he had a good 1 or 2 breakups in there. He's a stud for me. And now this is an obvious stud that I'm sure a lot of Lions fans have. Brian Branch. He absolutely balled out. Had the pick 6. That pick 6 helped us massively because I'm not going to lie, because I'm pretty sure I got the pick 6 in the 4th quarter. I was when I went to go to the bathroom, I'm like, oh no, it's going to be the same old Lions, isn't it? They're gonna stop them for a field goal. They're going to get the ball back. They're going to get down to 15-yard line, throw a pick or fumble the ball or something. And then I'm thinking once I come out of the bathroom, we're the new Lions, man. We're the new Lions. We're going to get this stuff done, man. And we did it. Brian Branch immediately wants to come out of the bathroom, get the pick six, scores the touchdown, and I'm like, oh yeah. I told you we're the new Lions. Like, man, Brian Branch, how did he fall to 45? How? The Packers, man, they got to be yelling at the screen once. I saw Tom Grassi, by the way. He was so mad. He was cheering for us to win this game, I'm pretty sure. But he was so mad that Brian Branch got the pick six for a touchdown because we traded up with the Packers and only gave up like a 5th-round pick to take Brian Branch. He was so mad that he had the pick six because that just embarrasses him more in his face. But that's what you get for being a Packers fan. No hate to Tom Grassi. I love Tom Grassi, but Packers fans, man. But he's a stud. Jalen Reeves-Maybin is another stud for me. I mean, like, he didn't really play any defense, I don't think, but special teams, man. He had the fake punt that led us off to this good game and won it. He got it. It was only like a 3-yard carry, but who cares? We still got the first down, man. And then I think he also made a good tackle or two on special teams, so that's why he's a stud for me. Another stud, I just talked about it earlier, is Josh Reynolds. Don't think a lot of people are going to argue this. He absolutely balled out to me. I think he had 4 or 5 receptions for 80 yards. If St. Brown is out, even with Josh Reynolds' production, man, we wouldn't have picked up this W. Like, Josh Reynolds was so good this game, man. He was so good. I mean, like, I think it was maybe the first or second quarter he dropped a pass or two. I could be wrong on that. That might have been Marvin Jones. Because initially I thought Josh Reynolds was the one who fumbled the football, not Marvin Jones. And I think also Josh Reynolds did drop a pass or two, but man, it didn't cost us. He had a big reception or two out there, so that's why he's a stud for me. A lot of people have him as a stud, I assume. And then my last stud is the whole offensive line. By the way, the referee disrespected. I mean, it's a funny call. False start, everyone but the center. It's always a funny penalty, but I hate it when it goes against your own team, man. It's kind of embarrassing, but our whole offensive line, man, I thought was really, really good, man. I thought Vitae, coming back from a season-ending injury last year, balled out. I thought Panay Sewell could have maybe cleaned up his game a little bit, but he was still, of course, great blocking. I think he had 1 or 2 penalties. That's why I'm saying that. Decker, Jonah, Frank doing their things, of course. I thought even Frank could have cleaned up a couple things. He had to delay a game, and I think maybe a holding penalty. No, never mind. He didn't have a holding penalty, but he could have cleaned some things up too. But our whole entire offensive line reunited and performing great. So that is my last stud. So now I'm gonna go over. We're already past the 15-minute mark, by the way, but try to hurry up through the first quarter, second, third, and fourth quarter, and then we'll wrap this thing up and give my thoughts on it. First quarter, the good things we had was the fake punt that started off it for us. That gave us the momentum heading into the rest of the game. We also had the Amon-Ra touchdown right after we got the fake punt. That happened. Second quarter, I thought, was probably a worst quarter. We didn't really do anything. We allowed 14 points. We allowed a touchdown that could have been stopped. It was a deep pass, perfect pass by Mahomes to Marquez Valdes-Scantling for like 40 yards. I thought it got picked off when I got thrown. I was jumping up in the air for like 2 seconds, and then I realized, he caught it. And I was really, really mad. But, so I thought our second quarter was our worst quarter, but we still didn't play bad, man. Especially against the Super Bowl champions. Third quarter as well, I didn't think we did the most, but I thought we played better in the third quarter than the second quarter. But then the fourth, man. The fourth is what changed the game. We got a couple stops in there. And then, of course, we had the Brian Branch pick six, get the ball back, stop the Chiefs again. By the way, Kadarius Toney, Chiefs fans, I'm pretty sure, are really not liking him right now after that wide open drop pass. And Chiefs fans, Kadarius Toney's a good player, man. I don't think he lived up to a first round pick, but he's a good player, man. He's fast, and he's a good second, third string receiver to have, man. So you should not get rid of him, man. Don't be hating on him too much. I feel bad for him, not gonna lie. And then we get the ball back. Montgomery gets I also listed as well as Montgomery a stud. I just decided not to because I thought he did kind of slow down at the end. Not at the really end, but the late second. And the whole entire third he wasn't really doing much. So I almost had him as a stud. He was my closest to another stud though. So Montgomery I thought played a pretty good game. Had a touchdown as well. And then on the last drive of the game that sealed the W for us, he picked up a first down. So that is what happened, man. We beat the Super Bowl champions. My thoughts on this game is just, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. We did it. That's all that matters. We did it. Now, on future weeks, I'll talk about more of my thoughts, but we did it, man. We beat the Super Bowl champions. Oh, my God. And this just leads me to think that we will finish with a 12-5 record at least, because I don't know if I said this channel, but that was my prediction. I don't like to do predictions heading into the season like that. Because I feel like I could let my team down by giving them too high of a ranking, but we are going to hit it. I think we could even get more, man. So let's wrap this thing up. Can't believe we just beat the Kansas City Chiefs. All respect to the Chiefs, but I'm so glad we got this W. And now, just time to watch Sunday and Monday football. Hopefully, the Vikings lose and I don't really care who wins the Bears-Packers game, but I honestly hope it's the Packers because I feel like they're probably going to be worse than the Bears this season, but who cares, man? By the way, we're the undefeated. I don't think we've ever done this. We are undefeated right now. We're the only team in the NFL that is undefeated. I know it's only going to last for a couple hours or a couple days, but it's nice, man. So, one pride, go Lions. Let's get this W next week, and I'm living it in right now, man. Let's go.